million shares in Twitter, according to new regulatory filings. That's about a 9.2% stake in the company. Wedbush Securities' Dan Ives.
Elon is not someone that just puts a toe in the water.
Musk has had a rocky relationship with Twitter, even accusing the platform of undermining democracy last month. Twitter, meanwhile, has lagged behind larger competitors like Facebook in terms of audience and revenue in recent years. Ives says that all means one thing.
This is the start of some changes at Twitter.
Mike Dubusky, ABC News, New York.
A blunt message today from the head of the United Nations, who says governments are lying about their climate policies while profiting from fossil fuel companies.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, investing in new fossil fuels is moral and economic madness. Instead, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change called for a substantial reduction in fossil fuel use and deploying renewable energy on a much larger scale. Otherwise, the panel warned the world will remain off track to hit its target of limiting global warming. The latest report comes as the world debates ways to respond to an energy crisis brought by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
52 degrees now. We are going down to 44 here in the city tonight. Wednesday time, 5:36. Queen's legend comes home.
The bell!
And he's bringing some friends. 1010 Wins Entertainment is next.
Paradise Square, the explosive new musical, has burst onto Broadway, and critics are calling it the most important musical of our time. According to Variety, it's a vibrant showcase for propulsive choreography. It reaches to the past to tell us about the present, says Deadline. And the New York Times raves Joaquina Coluchingo makes you believe in making history. See the show the Chicago Tribune hails as one of the year's best. Paradise Square, now on Broadway. Visit ParadiseSquareMusical.com for tickets.
You aren't eating the healthy food you want to eat. Between work, family life, and the general day-to-day events, there just isn't time to do more than hit the drive-thru on your way home. And fast food always seems to leave you feeling lethargic and just missing out on the vital nutrition you get from fresh fruits and vegetables. That's why Balance of Nature exists. Balance of Nature was developed to help combat the unhealthy lifestyle that seems to permeate throughout America. Balance of Nature takes a nutritious blend of 31 different fruits and vegetables, puts them through an advanced cold vacuum process, grinds them up, and delivers them right to your door. You can get all the recommended servings of fruits and vegetables into your diet in just a few seconds without worrying about buying, storing, and preparing them. Eat better and feel better by going to balanceofnature.com, and be sure to get 35% off your first preferred order by using discount code New York. Wednesday time, 5:38 now. 1010 Wins Entertainment. LL Cool J is behind Rock the Bells, a new hip-hop festival, yes, named for his famous track, and set for Queens this summer. Ice Cube, Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, Lil Kim, and many other legends of hip-hop will be taking the stage at Forest Hills Stadium on August 6th. Yay is an A for Coachella. Variety says Kanye West has pulled out of his headlining appearances at Coachella later this month. Harry Styles and Billie Eilish are the other headliners. It's being called the Great Idol Reunion.
And this is American Idol.
American Idol will celebrate its 20th birthday on May 2nd by bringing back some familiar faces and voices. Ruben Studdard, Jordan Sparks, Lane Hardy, Lacey K. Booth, and many others will be taking the stage and performing that night. Wins News Time, 5:39.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell hot commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
The station you know, the people you trust. 1010 Wins.
wash never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 52 degrees at 5:40. I'm Lori Madden, and here's what's happening. Police say a group of Jewish teenagers was threatened by another group of teens, one carrying a sword on the Upper West Side Saturday night. No one was physically hurt. The mother of 12-year-old Cade Lewin asking those responsible for her son's shooting death in Brooklyn last week to turn themselves in. An East Meadow man has been charged with attempted murder for the slashing of his baby daughter and her mother, who remains hospitalized with severe wounds. As more images emerge from Russia's assault of the Ukrainian city of Bucha, President Biden calls Vladimir Putin a war criminal. Remember bird flu? It's back, with cases being reported in 21 states. No cases in humans have been reported, but egg prices are surging. On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 103 points today. The Nasdaq up 271. S&P closing up 36 points. 1010 Wins AccuWeather says cloudy tonight, low 44. Cloudy tomorrow with occasional showers in the afternoon. Heavy rain tomorrow night, high 56. News time 5:41. Time for traffic and transit now with Greg Rice.
Now, Lori, the trouble continues at the George. Outbound lower level under the apartment, still left lane shut for construction. Outbound upper level, the right lane has finally been reopened, but too little too late. Everything to the outbound George. It is one of those days that rivals any summer Friday trying to get you to the outbound GWB. Southbound New England Thruway, Cross Bronx combo band from Co-op City. Deegan south from Westchester, northbound from the RFK and Bruckner. Even the east and west sides of town are abysmal. Citybound side of the George unaffected, so that's fine. Lincoln Tunnel's about 10 minutes in. Outbound Lincoln 30 plus, 30 to 40 at the outbound Holland. Inbound Holland an extra 15 from the Skyway. Better off of the New Jersey Turnpike. BQE bad out of Brooklyn into Queens from the Williamsburg Bridge up past the LIE, where a broken down SUV has the right lane shut. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Southern State of westbound, a wreck in the right lane between Baldwin Road and Peninsula Boulevard, making a mess from the Wantagh Parkway. Eastbound slows getting over to Baldwin Road with onlookers, and then from the Meadowbrook to the Bethpage Sunrise Highway. Better play either way. Long Island Expressway, the eastbound company over to 106.7. Northern State flows west, getting back towards the area of Lakeville Road. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
The NYPD's Hate Crimes Task Force is investigating another reported anti-Semitic incident, this one on the Upper West Side. Police say it happened Saturday night just before 7:30 at West End Avenue and 86th Street when 6 Jewish teens and tweens were approached by 3 other teenagers who were armed with a knife, a crowbar, and a sword. Those 3 teens said they wanted to fight the Jewish kids because they were Jewish and that they wanted to, quote, get them, end quote. No one was physically hurt. City Council member Gail Brewer represents the district.
This really is awful. These are really young people. These are not college students, these are not high school, these are middle school. And we have to stop it.
Since January 1st of this year, there have been 81 reported anti-Semitic incidents. Now, by this time last year, there were 20. There have been no arrests in this latest incident. Wednesday time, 5:44. The distraught family of 12-year-old Cade Lewin is urging those responsible for his shooting death to come forward. Lewin was killed while sitting in a parked car eating in Brooklyn last week. The family making a plea during a visit with Mayor Adams today.
Cade's mother, Suzette, faced reporters speaking out for the first time, begging to know who killed her son.
All I'm asking, please come forth. Please, somebody say something.
Moments earlier, she had met with Mayor Adams in the family's home in Flatlands.
What the family said while we spoke just really resonated with me. Whose child is next?
Suzette Lewin stood holding a photo of Cade, and next to her, Cade's aunt, holding a photo of Cade's 20-year-old cousin, still in the hospital with 6 bullet wounds. Roger Stern, 1010 Wins, in Flatlands, Brooklyn.
An East Meadow, Long Island man has been charged with attempted murder in the slashing of his baby daughter and her mother. Police say 37-year-old Christopher Alvarado also slashed himself in the throat. The baby needed multiple stitches and has since been released from the hospital, but her mother is still hospitalized with severe wounds. Alvarado was arraigned at his bedside on 2 counts of second-degree attempted murder and 1 count of child endangerment. WINS News Time, 5:45. Real Housewives of New Jersey cast member Jennifer Aiden is hoping someone spots her Ferrari after she says the luxury vehicle was stolen from her garage in Paramus last night. She posted what she said was footage of masked thieves getting into the garage and driving away with the car. Paramus police say they are investigating. Children under the age of 5 still need to mask up in public schools in New York City. That was the case today after the city appealed a judge's ruling last week that tossed the mandate. 1010 WINS reporter Glen visited a northern Manhattan school this morning.
Here at pre-K and daycare at PS 48, very large school here in Washington Heights, children aged 2 to 4 heading on in, masks on. Daniela Jampel trying to explain to her 4-year-old, even though they thought today was the day masks would come off, well, they're back on again.
And she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand why her older sister gets to go to school without her mask on, and she still has to. And she asked me, can you talk to the person who made the rule? And I said, I'm trying, but he doesn't really listen to me.
The mayor and the city health commissioner insisting this is the best for the children right now because of the spike in this new BA2 variant. Certainly seems to be confusion when it comes to children masking. Glen 1010 WINS in Washington Heights.
WINS News Time, 5:46. The next chapter for the COVID vaccines. That story is next.
At PSCG Long Island, we're proud to say we've strengthened our commitment to you with hundreds more miles of storm-hardened poles and wires, more utility crews for faster power restoration, and more ways to keep you informed before, during, and after a storm, like expanding our call center capacity. PSCG Long Island, how can I help you? So when storms are raging outside, you can stay connected inside. PSCG Long Island. We're proud to power Long Island.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with getting outside with lots of friends and family. Get those spring gatherings going with our 5-piece dining sets at our everyday low price starting at $6.28. Then cook up an endless amount of possibilities with our Blackstone griddle starting at $2.99. Create a season full of togetherness and make spring sizzle at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, stock 331 to 46, U.S. only. Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful green lawn. Keep it looking sharp and save $50 on the Cobalt 40-volt self-propelled mower. Was $399, now just $349. And give the rest of your yard a healthy boost with a bag of our premium mulch at the everyday low price of $368. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 331 to 46. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. U.S. only.
Driving happy with the free car.
You're driving home when, oh no, you hit the longest red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as daylight.
Febreze, la 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 la.
WINS News Time, 5:48. The COVID vaccines may be getting an update as the virus evolves and new variants emerge. The FDA says scientists still don't entirely understand COVID variants and the effectiveness of vaccines. An FDA Vaccine Advisory Committee of outside experts is meeting this week to discuss the recommendations about possibly changing the composition of the current vaccines. WINS News Time, 5:49. As the world learns more about the Russian assault on the Ukrainian city of Bucha, President Biden is calling Russian President Vladimir Putin a war criminal.
This guy is brutal. The president spoke to reporters after Ukrainian officials said more than 400 civilian bodies have been found in towns retaken from Russian forces. Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky says Moscow's committing genocide, but the president stopped short of that.
No, I think it is a war crime.
And says while the U.S. will keep giving Ukraine weapons it needs, it will also help gather details so Putin can stand trial. Sagar Meghani at the White House.
Russia's next move is being closely scrutinized.
A senior defense official says Russian forces continue to reposition out of Kyiv and Chernihiv, many moving to Belarus to to resupply or be reinforced. 2/3 of the forces around Kiev have departed. This could be part of Russia's efforts to reinforce troops in the east of Ukraine. A bitter fight for Mariupol continues, meanwhile, but this official says the Russians have made no progress. As for Bucha, this official says, we believe the Russians would be brutal, and they have clearly been so.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick reporting the United States plans to seek a suspension of Russia from its seat on the UN's Human Rights Council. A Ukrainian billionaire said to have close ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin won't be able to take his yacht out for a spin. The U.S. government has seized the vessel in Spain. The U.S. Treasury Department says Viktor Vekselberg heads up a Moscow-based conglomerate of metal, mining, tech, and other assets. Spain's Civil Guard and U.S. federal agents boarded that yacht in Mallorca today. Winds based on 550. Long time for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
Now, Lori, finally, outbound upper and lower levels under the apartments. They have gotten all lanes reopened. They had emergency construction on the outbound George following inbound trouble that really messed up this morning's rush hour. So it was all related, and it's finally all done, but don't expect traffic to get better like that. Everything to the outbound George is abysmal. Southbound New England Thruway, Cross Bronx combo from Co-op City, southbound Deegan from the Westchester line, northbound from the Bruckner and RFK. East side of town still slow from the 70s all the way, and even the west side unaffected by the mess under the apartment, still slow with